Matthew Truman, 7601 Rainview Court. If you'd please come to the podium.
Thank you. Mayor, members of council, residents of Huber Heights, I've come here today to express my concern of a lack of transparent city government and what appears to be a witch hunt for the mayor we, the residents of our great community, have elected. Saturday, my house was contacted via telephone to inquire if, again, we want to recall the mayor. Previously, a resident took up this endeavor and failed miserably, not even gaining the signatures needed. Now, several city employees, interestingly, took it up upon themselves to sign a letter accusing the mayor of unprofessionalism at a local town hall. I was not there, I had to work, but after communicating with several other people who were there, it is clear that the city employees believe that passion is the same as unprofessionalism. I would kindly direct their attention to a cable station called C-SPAN, which shows political passion, and it gets very heated. To the city employees who signed this letter, this is politics. Hate it or love it, sometimes, to get things done, questions must be asked in a certain way. What are the questions? According to the mayor, since taking office, Mr. McMasters has asked for and has not received a detailed analysis for the city's financial shortfall. This is detailed on HuberResidents.org. According to the site, in 2010, an audit was done and explained that the city could only borrow $6 million responsibly. Council borrowed $10 million for an aquatic center, and then another $18 million for the music center, then again another $1.3 million for a VIP section that must have not been planned for in the first place. And yet they borrowed another $750,000 for electric signage, all coming from tax increment financing or TIF funds. According to the City of Huber Heights website, TIF funds can only be used for infrastructure and public facilities. Well, if you've traveled the roads of Huber, then you would agree infrastructure is in need of repair. However, after this kind of tax money being mismanaged, will there be any money left? This site, HuberResidents.org, also inquires about the borrowing of monies allocated to the water and sewer funds for improvement to the new carriage trails development. Is this not infrastructure? I love to watch great bands and have a cold beer and do it in style, but not at the decline of our city. We are currently at a crossroads. Looking at the Huber site, hhoh.org, I was informed of the following. Since 2008, the city has lost more than $13.7 million. We are overspending. In 2008, councils, some of which are still in office, elected to cut taxes by 0.25%. Interestingly, the same amount they are asking to increase in November election. Was that a good decision? You can be the judge of that. I would like to see the analysis that is behind these decisions, as they appear to be not well thought out. If issue 19 is voted down after 2015, the same time the music center is to be in operation, we will not only lose city services, we will be in the need of more due to council's music center venture. This will be on the hands of this council, not the mayor has been pushed out at every turn simply for asking questions. For wanting the same analysis Huber citizens are requesting. In December 2013, council voted to make rule changes for committees. After Thomas McMasters was elected and began to ask the tough questions, council felt it would be easier for them to shut him out and essentially the voice of all those who voted for him, the citizens and taxpayers of Huber Heights. A 6-to-1 vote, Councilman Starline being the only member to vote no due to legal concerns, gave way to changing rules again just 3 months later. And what seems to be the first public attempt to silence the mayor, who we, the city, elected. In my opinion, some council members would rather have a figurehead, not a mayor, in order to push through irresponsible spending. This is reprehensible. I'm not the only one who feels this way. In fact, a result of a phone poll recently conducted by this city says, and I quote, "City council is viewed as being non-trustworthy," end quote. Over half of those polled, 51.8 51.8% believe the city is heading in the wrong direction. This should not feel good. Maybe the reason is lack of transparency or the fact that some members of council are difficult to communicate with. I do not make these comments to attack personal character. I have met some of the members of council, and to me, you are some of the nicest people I've ever met. What I'm simply asking for, or better, demanding as a taxpayer, are answers to our mayor's questions, provide the analysis in writing, and end the blockade of transparent and trustworthy governing, and an end to the witch hunt. After all, what is there to hide? Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Quinn.